All right, everyone. Welcome back to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. So this is for Tuesday, May 9th, 2017. So a full moon tomorrow in Libra. This is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. But yes, actually in Libra tomorrow. So what this means is a status check day, you could say, leading into tomorrow. Good for doing this evaluation of your life, maybe in regards to the past 2 weeks, if there's been anything new that started in your life since then, you know, kind of taking a step back, doing this evaluation. But even in the past 6 months, and I think with Libra, particularly with the larger cycle here, the solar cycle, the past 6 months, how has, let's just say this, is there balance in your life, right? Because we have all these different areas of life. We've got like work and family and relationships and all this. And Libra, you know, the energy of Libra helps us bring in more balance. So is there an area that's out of balance, that doesn't have enough focus, or maybe there's an area that's too much? This full moon is excellent for now, just bringing that balance back, really from a perspective shift, right? Because especially with the sun and moon, it's all about perspective. But anyways, it is about bringing balance into your life. It's also about relationships. So how's that going, right? How's your perspective on relationships? Or maybe specifically relationships in your life. How's the mutuality? How's the cooperation, right? How's the give and take? And even too, Libra is about doing the right thing, right? How's the morality of your actions, your principled actions? You know, these kinds of things that are based on doing the right thing. So so this is all what's coming up to an evaluation. Tomorrow will be the actual full moon, but certainly in orb here today. So the moon's going to be finishing up Virgo today with no aspects, which means the moon is going to be void of course, making it a great day for listening, creating a bit of space in our routine to see what new inner guidance is coming into the picture, maybe relating to that full moon stuff. But Virgo is about taking care of business, right? Working on the details of things, organizing things in your life. So as we lead up to tomorrow, today, maybe finishing up some details, improving some things. How can we improve, right? And this is before Libra, Virgo. How can we improve? How can we get a good diet, regimens, you know, routine, things like this in order to gear up for more balance in our life and for our relationships. All right, so that's the backdrop of the day, but we do have a major aspect. We do have the sun trining up to Pluto, making this perhaps a very powerful day, expressing ourselves in very deep, intimate, and open ways is certainly easy to do with this. We could be willing to scrap some past things. Maybe it's emotional, maybe it's with whatever you're focused on, your work, your expression, whatever. But Pluto helps us transform. And we have a very easy aspect with this. So we're willing to scrap the old to make way for the new with whatever it is we're focused on. Now we also do have Mercury getting very close to Uranus. That is going to go exact this evening and tomorrow, suggesting that have you been reflecting on anything or redoing anything over the past 3 or 4 weeks? All right, so if there has been anything you've been rethinking, this can be, and particularly rethinking about where you can have more freedom in your life, where you can restructure your routine so that it is more in alignment with your excitements, with your true self, with who you, with how you feel, you know, is more in alignment with what you're truly about. And so that's what this Mercury-Uranus conjunction's been all about. It's been very strong all the way back since March 26th. So past like month and a half. But an excellent day here today and tomorrow to implement this change, implement this freedom for our excitement and freedom. All right, so let's go and look at this in more detail when we return. All right, so there is the moon in Virgo, finishing up in this constellation. Again, great for working on details, self-improvements, work even, crafts, anything that does require striving for perfection, all right, improving things, that kind of stuff. The full moon tomorrow, which is still strong here today. The moon is very much illuminated. Great for doing this status check of where we can have more balance in our life. Implement a bit of harmony, cooperation, give and take. How's the relationship sector? That kind of stuff. Now, the void, of course, as you can see here, the moon's not making any major aspects. This doesn't always happen before a full moon, but because a full moon is, considered a spiritual time, even though it's energetic, it's a time of evaluation, it's a time of listening. That's exactly what a void, of course, is. So as we approach tomorrow's full moon, I think it's very good to listen. If there is anything you can do to create a bit of space in your routine, or listen to that inner guidance, have a bit of presence, it's a fantastic day for that. Because oftentimes during a void, of course, the routine just kind of either stops or it's just kind of on autopilot and it's just kind of running. So it's important to take that, this time out to allow these insights, this sort of subtle time. It's almost like the waves just sort of stop and everything's calm for a second. And that, this is inwardly, regardless of what's going on externally. But the waves just sort of calm inwardly, and then that helps us gain some insights that we may have not otherwise gained, during a more active time period or where things were going on or we were learning through our outer experiences. All right, so very good there for listening, especially again for the status check of this full moon regarding the past 6 months and even the past 2 weeks here. Now, the sun is trining up to Pluto, so this is a very powerful aspect involving what we're focused on. We could, again, be focused on things very deeply and expressing ourselves very openly. And even those you're close to in your life, expressing how you truly feel. Or maybe just in general with your everyday experiences, expressing how you feel, expressing the truth. And, it's not that we don't, necessarily don't want to express the truth, but it's easy to do this at this time. It's easy to uncover the hidden things, the feelings, the fears, and all of this just kind of flow. And so anything that you do want to channel this into, whether it is expressing yourself, whether it is relationships, whether it is whatever it is you're focused on, whether it's, your work or something like that, we have this ability to see the truth and to even face the fears and make transformation, make change. And so if there's anything that you do want to transform today that you're focused on, whether it's yourself, your outer environment, whatever it might be, an excellent day to do that. So along with that very deep self-expression, Mercury is getting very close to Uranus today. They're going to conjoin in the evening time going into tomorrow. This is the last and final conjunction. It's been going on since March of, 26th of March of this year. So this past month and a half, if you have been feeling like there's some things you're rethinking about your excitement, and maybe in late March, maybe there was something that we didn't quite know where it was going to unfold or how it was going to unfold, but we knew things were changing and we knew our life was changing, so that's more in alignment with our excitement. So now we certainly are much clearer about it. So this week, excellent for just bringing that in, sort of integrating this change. It could be just your perspective with Mercury, because Mercury is our mind. It's certainly changing and shifting with all this. We have a clear sense of our true self, you could say, and what gives us excitement and freedom in our life, but certainly implementing it, integrating it, right? And maybe even some new ideas as well. Great for integrating that into your life also. So very powerful aspects this week, in fact, and this is 2 of them as we approach the full moon tomorrow. Very important, I think, today, seeing the deep truth, to trine up to Pluto, expressing yourself deeply, openly, anything that does require research, deep diving, focusing on things, very powerful, very strong. Mercury getting very close to Uranus, change for our freedom, for our excitement. And, it could very much have to do with the routine and anything we've been rethinking this past month and a half. All right, so that's the day. Generally, the moon is in Virgo, so good to finish things up in terms of improvements, striving for that perfection, doing the best we can do. And void, of course, listening to what is this excellent part of the week for doing the status check from over the past 2 weeks, but also the past 6 months. And I think fundamentally to where we can have more balance in our life and really become clear about our relationships and how we relate with others, how we cooperate, work with others, give and take, morality, justice, doing the right thing, that kind of stuff, it will be emphasized strongly tomorrow. All right, so have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.